It is May 6, 2021, and Cardano has broken another all-time high. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you're in the live chat, seriously, I appreciate you, first off, for cruising with me. It's morning time where I am. I'm not a morning person, so bear with me. Bear with me as I try and get this. There's a lot to cover. Cardano breaking all-time high. I want to start here on the hourly chart. I'm going to break down all the charts, and real quick before we get a glimpse of it on the charts. When I upload videos, I don't know what it is. If you've been following my content, it seems like so often price, retraces a little bit. I don't know. It's just like a coincidence. So if Cardano price tanks as I'm doing this live stream, forgive me. So this is the very first thing I want to get out of the way, and then we're going to talk about the bullish cycle that Cardano is in. In my mind, and I've been in crypto for years, and if you have as well, when you're getting parabolic gains, you're breaking all-time highs, just as easy. We get the volatility to the upside, and here's this swing low from not long ago to swing high, this all-time high, 86%. 86%. If you want that upside volatility, be prepared for quick downside volatility. I'm just throwing that out there. And so as we discuss that, I'm always eyeing up just quick crashes. Where could we go? Where could we go down to next? And I have two areas that I just want to get out of the way. I want to talk about really quickly. It is a Fibonacci retracement from this last little swing low on the hourly to the all-time high. We have a Fibonacci retracement, which is very nice, back to the apex of this huge triangle we've been tracking. I mean, really, this 786 line down here around $1.48, 618 around $1.53. A retrace in the short term, a flash crash in the short term. Be aware of it. Be open to it. Be ready for it. I want to do Fibonacci retracement a little bit zoomed out still on the hourly. This swing low before Cardano really took off to swing high. And we have another area down here, even more dramatic, $1.42 to $1.35. It's probably an environment where we see Bitcoin tanking, we see cryptos in general, the markets, what are traditional markets going to be doing in the next day or so? This is an area for Cardano to the downside. To give you an idea, we're looking at from that swing high to that downside area, 15 to 20% to the downside. Imagine the cushion that Cardano has, 20% to the downside, and we're still at $1.34. For me, covering Cardano on this YouTube channel pretty consistently since like 10 cents, that's crazy bullish. Like, that's ridiculous. So this is an all-time high video, and I'm starting talking about downside. Forgive me, everybody. This is just my style. I got to get out of the way. But I want to show you this tweet because it's just so true. Cardano all-time highs are always great because of that moment. At that moment, there's no one in the world who is down on ADA. No one can say that my content got them into a bad investment. It's liberating for me. And I want to celebrate that. I want to take a sigh of relief and just soak it in. Pretty much everybody is kind of up right now. And like that, I love that. I'm happy for everybody. There's just so much success going around. There's people, I'm sure, taking gains. I'm happy for everybody that is succeeding and seeing gains in Cardano. Let's start talking about price now. Let's start talking about where we are in this bull market, where Cardano is. I just tweeted $50 billion valuation for Cardano. ADA is still massively undervalued. What a gem for the people who have realized it. And so far, it has been a gem. And I just want to illustrate something. And like, I could be off here. I could be off. I could be on. I don't know. This is just my take on it. I'm sure many of you might agree. Cardano's down here, $52 billion market cap. We have Dogecoin, $79 billion, right? Let's get that out of the way. But we have Ethereum, $406 billion market cap. That's like 8 times Cardano right now. And not saying anything bad about Ethereum, but Cardano is set and primed to take market share from this $406 billion Ethereum. And Ethereum, I don't think has topped out at all. So just with that in mind, you know, $13 Cardano would give Cardano a valuation similar to Ethereum. I'm not sitting here saying everybody, Cardano's going to $13 because Ethereum's at 406 billion, Cardano's going to be at 406 billion. But in terms of smart contracts coming this summer, in terms of the ecosystem that Cardano has set in place, are you kidding me? We're at $1.62, all-time high. Well, $1.61 as I do this live stream, of course, Cardano going down. But 406 billion, 53 billion. I think it just paints a very simple picture for the long term. So let's look at that, right? So there's why $13. It's just, it really is a realistic target. It just is. But cut that in half, right? $6, $7. So realistic for Cardano in this bull cycle as we enter this phase going into smart contracts. I've been talking about this, you know, this trajectory that Cardano has been on, going into Shelly hard fork here, gains. Going into Mary hard fork here, gains. Going into Alonzo, are we going to see gains? Are we going to see $6, $7, $8 Cardano? And the possibility, the potential for it is right there. It's right in front of our eyes. And, you know, it's really, we're doing videos every day. We're doing technical analysis videos tracking this. And it really is a game of patience. It's a game of being ready for every scenario. But if we're going to continue in this bull market, if crypto is going to continue in this bull market, then the upside for Cardano is one of the strongest altcoins. Everybody, I appreciate you cruising by. We have 4,000 people. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. The YouTube algorithms, they love it. This is why I beg. This is why I beg. So yeah, a lot of people have been calling Cardano a stable coin. We can go over here. I should actually just start on the weekly real quick. Point something out. We've been tracking this, the momentum of Cardano. We've been tracking, again, confluent with the story of these hard forks, you know, the staking mechanism, multi-asset ledger, smart contracts coming up. We've been tracking these swing lows, these higher lows on the RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator. We got this recent swing low here. We saw this recent uptick, and this is what we're looking for, the continuation of Cardano. On this weekly RSI, we could come down again, right? This can still consolidate here, meaning going back to this hourly chart, these downside targets, we can get these little downtrends for Cardano. But remember, Cardano, as it trades at $1.62 right now, has a lot of cushion from these areas. And if we're going to continue in the crypto bull market, that is extremely bullish for Cardano in the long term. If you're going to sit here on the hourly chart all day, every day, that's a different story. You're going to go crazy. I go crazy. You can ask my friend, my buddy Ed. I always talk about my buddy. We're always talking about Cardano. We're always talking about crypto. And if I get sucked in looking at the short-term charts, I go crazy. I can't do it. I got to zoom out. I have to realize my plan and stick to it. So back to the weekly, the momentum is there for continued upside, everybody. And that's where we're starting to talk about targets and stuff. So we start zooming in. We see what's transpired on the daily chart. We were tracking this exact Fibonacci break right here, and we got it. And it was very simple. It was very similar move that we got back here in November. We just talked about it. We were looking for a similar break. What that is, all the way back then, Cardano from this, you know, swing high to swing low before its parabolic move to the upside, broke this very small, I mean, it's on the daily chart, zoomed out. It's hard to see. Broke this very small confirmation area, bullish confirmation area, and we saw upside right to that 1618 consolidation. And so recently we were talking about Cardano, similar swing high to swing low, breaking this Fibonacci retracement. And you can see Cardano has done it. It's broken that area. We also, at the same time, this triangle that we've been tracking for basically months, we got the break to the downside. We got the pullback. We used, what do we use? We use data 63% of the time. We anticipate pullbacks on these triangles. So there we were talking about potentially getting a bullish pullback. We got the pullback. Now we have the break back through the apex. This is why I do technical analysis. It requires so much patience, and it requires so much like just resolve and not getting emotional. But if you just follow the technicals and if you just wait for confirmations, you know, things play out how they need to play out. And it just allows us not to predict anything, but it just allows us to make better decisions. That's really, at the end of the day, it allows us to make better decisions, non-emotional decisions. And that's why I do technical analysis. And this is an ascending triangle. I mean, I follow Bolkowski. This is the patternsite.com. I take so much of his data. I share it with you. I adjust some things because crypto is volatile. So, you know, this is just his data. And these things play out. And this is it. This is his own charts playing out, right? And it's just crazy. Time and time again, as I cover technical analysis, they play out on the crypto charts as well. And this is what it looks like on the Cardano charts. The break to the downside, the pullback, we broke back through the apex. I mean, look at that perfect break through the apex. So what I have here on the screen is we have this target. And I want to take a look here. This is from April 28th. I mean, this is like over a week ago. Check this out. And then we have Cardano with kind of an upward sloping trend line, upward sloping neckline. Cardano testing it right now. And actually, if you look at this new setup, we're talking about, I mean, the breakout target for this is, you know, probably $1.70 to the swing high. So this is important. This was April 28th, $1.34 or so. This was another thing we were tracking on the technical analysis, you know, and this is more kind of a short-term type of deal. We were looking at this very bullish setup. Remember the story being told, the ugly inverse head and shoulders being told. And we hit, basically, this is what just happened. We hit the target, that $1.70 area that we talked about. And so as we sit here, and here's it on hourly chart, as we sit here and we see resistance right at that $1.70 target, and there you go again, technical analysis playing out. I love it. But the resistance here, not surprising at all to me. $1.70 resistance, we bounced kind of off of it. I'm not even sure if it got past $1.69, but we basically hit that inverse head and shoulders target. The resistance is there. It's true. It is real. And now we're consolidating sideways. We know, as I started this video, we have these areas, these throwback areas to be ready for, aware of. But on this screen here, on the 6-hour chart, we have other areas that we're still waiting for, right? And this could take some time. This isn't an immediate thing. Although it would be nice, it's not immediate. We have the 1618 line that we also talked about, right in that $2 range. What that is we're going to chart this Fibonacci retracement that we just broke through, the resistance, swing high to swing low. We were just charting this on the daily chart. This green channel that we broke through, that resistance, part of this Fibonacci is a higher high area at the 1618. It's around $2, $1.95 to $2. That's a target for Cardano. So we hit the $1.70 target. We're seeing some resistance. What that looks like in the short term, the midterm, who knows? This is why we keep track. Maybe we get that throwback. We're coming back down 10% or so. And then we have to trickle back up to the 1618 higher high. How this plays out, I can't sit here and tell you. All we have is support areas to watch for now and targets to the upside. There's a 1618 target, and then there's the $2.60 area target that is based on the story that was told with this ascending triangle. So those are the two kind of short to midterm targets that I'm watching for, that I'm continuing to watch for, that we've talked about for so long on this channel, especially the breakout target to the upside. But that's what I'm anticipating for Cardano to the upside. One thing that is really cool is Cardano Bitcoin pair. So Cardano Bitcoin pair testing a really interesting area right now that I have my eye on, and that is the swing high to swing low. And you can see Cardano in this, you know, this is a daily chart, so this is definitely a midterm type of resistance. Cardano is there right now. It just tested the 786 today against the BTC pair. This is kind of that environment. If Cardano is going to see continuation here, the ADABTC pair going to explode. I tweeted this like last week. I made a BTC ADA trade the other day in my crypto IRA. I tweeted this on May 2nd. Yes, self-trade cryptocurrency in your IRA, 401k, tax-free. This iTrust Capital is a sponsor of Crypto Capital Venture. More so, I use their product. I share their link. It's a sick product. If you're so long on crypto, why would you not have some crypto in your crypto IRA? So trades are tax-free in an IRA. So this ADABTC trade, this BTC ADA trade that I did, playing out really nicely thus far, and that was tax-free. So links in the description if you're interested in that. I only shill good products, everybody. So, but it's playing into these charts, and this is something I'm watching for, this ADABTC 786 resistance. Really curious to see what Cardano does with that. And on the short term, we see how Cardano does this, and not just Cardano. This is like crypto in general. If you look at these moves, we get that blast to the upside, sideways, blast to the upside, sideways. The question is, are we going to get that continuation right now? And the target of continuation is the 1618. If you weren't here at the beginning of the video, these boxes down here, it's important to kind of sandwich this video talking about potential throwbacks, which is 2 areas, swing low back here, 2 swing high. We have this Fibonacci resistance to the extreme throwback down here in the $1.42 to $1.35. I mean, it's crazy. We were just in this area like yesterday, and we're very well above it. We're overextended above it, which is awesome. And then we have this very short-term move, swing low to swing high, back to the apex area, which is right around $1.50, $1.49 to $1.52, potentially in play. But again, I digress back to how undervalued Cardano is right now. $52 billion market cap, $406 billion for Ethereum. Binance, right around $100 billion. Cardano so undervalued, and the question is, as we zoom out and as we start really looking at what's happening, what Cardano is building, and this is always a relief to me because I was just in it. We were just like tracking that hourly stuff, but it's such a relief to zoom out. Look at this long-term ecosystem of Cardano. It's an absolute just gem in the crypto space. It's going to change the game. Cardano just, this Africa deal from last week, still just not even getting that much attention. And it's like the biggest crypto deal of the year, in my opinion. The adoption that Cardano is bringing, the staking mechanism that allows you and I to just like take part in the consensus is ridiculous. And the ease of use, the ease of participation. I mean, there's like over 70% of all Cardano staked in these staking pools, billions and billions of Cardano staked. Then we have multi-asset ledger, the projects that are going to be coming onto Cardano via smart contracts and the companies that are going to be built, and the opportunity within the Cardano ecosystem is so massive right now. And there's no hate against Dogecoin. I hope there's a lot of people enjoying some success with that. But there's nothing fundamentally, in my opinion, that says Cardano should be valued less than that. Because right now, it's still such a hidden gem in the crypto space. And that's just 100% my opinion. It's not financial advice. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. That's why I've been so long in Cardano. So let's see what Cardano does. These are the targets to the upside, everybody. I gotta give you a little pound, double pound. Like we hit a short-term target that we were just talking about last week, right? $1.70 target hit, inverse head and shoulders, boom, $1.70 target. So are we going to continue hitting these targets? 1618, around $2, $2.60 from this ascending triangle. That is the question. That's what I'll be watching. We're going to continue tracking this, everybody. I appreciate your support. I just saw Raid Hayat. Sorry if I can't pronounce that. Super chat. Appreciate you. I really do. It's just it's a good day to see Cardano moving. The Cardano, the stable coin of all stable coins, has broken all-time high, everybody, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So speaking of staking, CCV 36 billion. I'm very much a person of anticipation. If you're staking, if you're delegating, I appreciate you. You know we have CCV1 launched to avoid saturation in these pools. Already we're at 16 million. But this 36 million, I'm trying to keep the CCV pool at 32 million or below. So if you're in CCV1, pivot over to, or if you're in CCV, I would really appreciate and be grateful for you to pivot over to CCV1. It's not an urgent matter, but I'm in the long term anticipating that 32 million mark. And so if you want to help me out, pivot over to CCV1. We're minting blocks just the same, rewards just the same. We're above 100% luck for both of these pools in this current epic, and we're going to be paying rewards as we have been. So, you know, I appreciate all of you doing that. I want to point out, you can see if you scroll down on this pool.pm, which basically tracks Cardano coming in, going out, going across other pools. You can see a little red. You can see some people taking some profits. And I want to say that that is not a bad thing at all. In the financial space, this is the most personal of all personal things. It's gains. Everybody's situation is different. The reason I do technical analysis is to provide data to allow you to make your decisions and take your own gains when you're comfortable, when you're ready, based on certain price points that you're good with. So it's just funny to see in the stake pool, you know, people taking some gains, but it's awesome to see as well because Cardano is making moves. But everybody delegate. I appreciate you if you are a delegator. Let's track Cardano. If something crazy happens, you know I'll be doing another video today. Hit the subscribe, hit that like button. We've got, what do we have? We have 5,400 people in here. I appreciate all of you smashing that like button for me. It means a lot as we continue to grow this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for cruising by. Enjoy the gains, everybody. Cardano all-time high, May 6, 2021. Have an awesome day. God bless.